What's up, guys? Time to show off a new build. I think this will be pretty popular. It came out really awesome. I took one of my original bronzed dials. They are the brass ones that are then painted and then baked. Took that with a nice baby blue background and threw it in on this build. I happen to have a brass lasered minute insert Kraken engraved where at angles it has a blue hue to it, and I thought, you know what, that will go perfect with this dial. So did a 170 brushed case, milled crown, Kraken engraved milled caseback, and then did this on a little bit of a oversized aggressive shark tooth polished bezel, and then put this on a wristband strap, nice and thick leather strap. Kind of ties in all the colors we want. We've got that nice dark brown, we've got a nice blue and blue stitch, and then a little hint of brass down here with a little brass metal inlay and roller buckle. So I think this thing came out pretty awesome. So it did a set of blue paddle hands on it with a, I think these are just a classic seconds hand, a little bit longer of a point to them. Oftentimes I can use them. Sometimes you'll see them and they'll be cut a little short. That's actually me cutting them a little bit short. Certain cases that I get into, I found that the seconds hand would stop and it would just be a mixture. Sometimes I've got a really thick dial and I've got to angle the hands up a little bit, and when I am angling the last hand up, it can catch because it's out there a little bit. So if you've ever seen me do these before, but it's a little bit shorter, that's what it was. It was so that it wouldn't get caught on the bottom side of the domed acrylic glass. This one, it doesn't really dome out too far because this shark tooth bezel is such a presence on there. So this is a nice thick watch build. Bezel on it will turn left, so it'll turn right. This is just a tension ring bezel, non-click style. It's an automatic mechanical. It's got a rotor in the back, so as you're moving, it is moving too and keeping you wound. But before you put it on, you're going to want to wind it just a little bit to make sure you do not lose time. And how you do that is you bring back the crown off the threads so you hear it and feel it clicking. You'll see you got a little bit of play there. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is a turn away from you. Turning it towards you does not wind it, but it is a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and go back and forth, especially with your oversized bezel here. Just makes it, you can do this if you want, doesn't matter. I like to go back and forth. 4 or 5 seconds of this mixed with the rotor movement will keep your time throughout the day. Another 4 or 5 seconds will max out your 31-hour power reserve. You cannot overwind it. It has a slipping mainspring, so no worries there. You can wind all day if you want. Once you're happy with your wind, you're going to pop the crown out and set your time. Does not have a hacking movement, so that will keep ticking. And this is called a wobble crown. That will deflect lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you are not putting any adverse pressures on anything. Alexa, what time is it? Bring this over, wind it down, and that is your build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. You're also going to get a Kraken engraved slider box. You're going to get watch cleaner to keep this watch perfectly clean. It's good on all glass and metal parts, so everything there in the center, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber. You're also going to get leather conditioner. So if you ever feel this strap is not as soft as it should be, which this is a thick strap and it's soft for what it is, you can apply this on the front and back. You let it soak in, you remove any excess, you use a rag or something along those lines. Don't use one of your microfibers. You don't want it to like solidify and then you rub that on your case. Your case is brushed If you do scratch your case, use a Scotch-Brite, do single passes, don't go back and forth. You'll put straight lines instead of curved lines, which is what you're actually wanting to put in there. And then lastly, you're going to get some fine scratch remover. That's Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like Polywatch, and it's for your domed acrylic glass, because you can scratch it up. If you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of that and buff it out. Tiny bit of that on the glass, and then buff it out. I'm gonna have to make this a little bit tighter in the box. My guy, when he made me new boxes, apparently he didn't have the right spec set, and he made them 1 inch shorter on height and depth. So I can't have the strap going out too far, or it'll hit the bottom of that box lid, which it doesn't now. So if you scratch it, you're going to put a tiny bit of this on it, buff it out using your color matching microfiber. Though I'm running out of these and they did not renew this style, it is now in blue. So you might get a blue one depending on when this goes out. So if this is going out to you, this will be in the event tonight. Congrats. I believe it's Kraken 298. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.